Hello YouTube, I'm Radio. Today we're going to go over the top 5 things that you should know and in which order as a beginning guitarist. I've been playing for over 30 years, but when I started playing there was no YouTube. I had to learn from cassette tapes, the radio, tablature, friends, things like that. And I learned things out of order. And because of that, it caused me a lot of problems. And I wish I would have had somebody say, hey man, this is what you need to know as you're getting started. And so we're going to go to the first thing. The first thing you should know is how to tune your guitar. It is so important to tune your guitar before you ever play, because if you don't, you risk having a sound like because I got my top string out. Now we're back in tune. Makes a big difference. Now, I never had anybody show me how to tune initially. When I started out, I had a guitar, and I had learned a chord, but it worked for about 3 or 4 days, and then as I moved my guitar around, all of a sudden it sounded horrible. And I knew it was how to tune, and I'm messing with these guys, but I had no idea what I was doing. Now, I ended up finding a friend that had a friend whose dad played guitar, and I rode my bike about 5 miles with my guitar to take it over there to get it tuned. And he tuned it, but he not only tuned it, he started showing me how to tune. And he gave me a little pitch pipe. There's all sorts of online resources with pitch pipes, everything like that, online tuners. I have one built into this amp here, which is quite nice, and then I can do it by ear right now. But you need to learn to tune your guitar. And before you even start to practice or play, you need to make sure it gets in tune. Be comfortable with it. It's a little overwhelming at first, but it's not that hard. I'm not going to go into all the tuning methods because there's a lot of them, but I am going to link the best videos I've found on how to do this, because it's all over YouTube. And that way I can get you the best quality video that you can for each little subject here. But tune your guitar before you play and before you perform. Very important. If you don't, you're going to wind up in a little bit of trouble. So, you get tuning done. You've got your guitar, you know how to tune it. The second thing you want to start doing is open chords. And open chords are chords that are played up here at the top of the neck. A major chord, that's an E major. They sound very happy. A minor chord, they sound a little sad. That's an E minor. So A major, happy. A minor, a little sad. But these open chords, they give you a basics to a song, and things that you can start building on. So after you learn to tune your instrument, what you want to do is start learning your open chords. And again, I'm going to put a link down in the description that'll show you all the basic open chords where you want to start. But you want to learn in this order. Make sure you can tune your instrument. It doesn't do any good knowing a chord because you're going to show somebody. Yeah, it's not going to be cool. It's going to sound like crap. And if you don't tune it, that's kind of on you. So tune first, then start learning your chords. And as you're learning your chords, you learn your E, minor, E major, and your basic open chords. What you have to do is you have to practice. I'd like to say daily, but we can't always do that. Practice as often as possible, because what happens is if you haven't practiced in a while, you backstep. Let's say you learn 2 chords your first day, your E and your A, and then you wait a week and you come back to try and practice it. Well, you're going to forget some of that. You're going to spend, say if you have an hour of practice, you might spend 30 minutes trying to remember what it was that you had previously learned. Whereas if you can set aside 30 minutes, an hour daily, that knowledge is going to be fresh, it's still there, and you're still going to be building. There is such a thing as practicing too much, but in the beginning, no, you want to build your calluses, your forearm strength, your hand strength, and get your knowledge on your chords, and keep everything there fresh. So practice daily or as often as possible. The next thing I would recommend is learning to read tab. Ooh, that's the scary one, because it's almost the equivalent of saying, hey, can you read music? Well, I have trouble reading music, but when I learned to read tab a long time ago, it opened up everything. I was able to play my favorite songs because I could read the tablature. And a short description of tablature is if you can count, you can read tablature. That's all it is. Because you have 6 strings, and each one of these frets, these squares, has a number. And so it's kind of like a paint by numbers for guitar. I'm also going to put the tablature link down here so that you can have the tab there, or the link to learn to read tab. Very important, because you're going to want to play your favorite song, and not everybody can just hear it and play it. The tab will show you step by step how to do that. Very fun, and you're going to feel like you're making a lot of progress. The next thing you want to do, let's say you know how to tune your guitar, you know some open chords, you've been practicing. Well, you want to learn an easy song. Something that you've heard before. Everybody's got a different style. This applies to acoustic and electric, but pick a simple song and learn it. One I learned is, the kids still love it, is this one. Everybody knows that song. It's very easy, it's a lot of fun, because inevitably somebody's going to be like, hey, play me a song, or hey, what do you know this? They'll think you're like a human jukebox, right? It's nice to at least have one when you start to show people what you've been messing with. Something simple like, nice simple licks. They're all over the web. I'll put the links to a couple of simple songs at the bottom here to get you started, and that'll give you your top 5. And I'm going to give you the bonus, number 6. Don't give up. There's going to be days to where you're struggling, you feel like you're not making any progress, and then what's going to happen, maybe day 3, 5, 2 weeks in, all of a sudden something's going to click in your brain, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I get this. Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. And that's where the magic happens. You're going to be so proud of yourself when you learn the rhythm of the song. You've learned a little bit of a piece of a song. It's just be happy with all the little success you get. Don't give up. Keep playing. So remember, the top 5. 1, learn to tune your instrument. 2, learn open chords. 3, practice as often as you can. This is just like anything. The more time that you put into this, the better it's going to sound to other people, and the better your skill is going to get, and the quicker it's going to get there. If you can only do an hour a month, well, it's going to take you a lot longer to get to the same place as the guy that's playing, or a girl that's playing 2 hours a day. So put what you can into it. Never give up. Learn an easy song. That one is, I can't stress, because the first time you learn a song that's familiar, it just brings some sort of success to you, and you're so happy with it. I taught my 10-year-old Amazing Grace, just nice and simple, open strings, something similar to the Frere Jacques that we were doing, and she was so happy that she had learned that, and she could play now something that other people knew, because sooner or later somebody's going to ask you to play something. And again, number 6, do not forget number 6. Don't give up. Keep playing. I'm El Ray Joe. That's your video for today. Rock on.